एक सेकंड. Hello guys, live stream is start. Hello guys, live stream is double out. It's mellow. Darshan, this one, see. भारी काय काय
रेडोची येते.
कुणाची
रेडो
रेडो कोण आहे रेडो?
जे तुला घेऊन गेली तिकडे ती.
ही
येस.
हिची तलवार आहे ती. हिला देऊ
If you
का?
ever want to trade tactics, I'm always
Yes,
ready.
yes.
हिला देऊ का मग? ओके. हिला भारी आहे का ती?
इलेक्ट्रॉन and hydro damage bonus आहे 20%.
भारी तलवार आहे का
तसं त्याला पण
बळ?
चालेल.
ती तेच वापरतो ना मी.
तो फिजिकल डॅमेज वाला आहे.
होय दर्शन, भारी तलवार आहे का बळच आहे?
तर काही कामाची नाही.
4 स्टार आहे ना? इसी मला ही तलवार भेटली आणि ती प्लेयर भेटली. कुछ खास नहीं मिला. किती दिवस आहे अजून ते जायला? ते गेलं की लगेच दुसरा अपडेट येणार आहे का दर्शन?
हा.
ओके, 4 दिवस. हे उघडलेलं मी हे.
चला वेस्ट करतोय.
मला वाटलं भेटल राव, मी लय
काय
जवळ.
भेटेल याच्यातून?
हे वाली चिची
काय करणार तिचा?
काय कामाची नाही का मला आता? नाही
नॉट रिअली.
600. आता मस्त व्हिडिओ बनवणार नाही का? तो व्हिडिओ बनवू आपण आले ते 4 दिवसात मस्त कमवू. दर्शन याला मारायचंय. मी काल सगळं केलं. भाऊ मरतच नाही माझ्याकडनं. हे सगळं केलंय बघ. मजा आली करायला रे.
तर तेव्हाच जाते ना.
हे बी झालं. नंतर हे बी झालं.
सगळं केलं आणि सगळं वेस्ट करून टाकलं.
हा ना, म्हणलं भेटल राव. लय नाही का मूड मध्ये होतो. हागलो. हे नाही झालं. हे भाऊ मरतच नाही माझ्याकडनं. हेल्प मी दर्शन यार प्लीज. येतोय
ना.
मग कधी?
मूड झाल्यावर.
मूड कधी आणणार आहे?
काय माहिती.
मूड आणायला काय करू म्हणजे असं स्पेशल?
मार त्याला एकदा तरी.
ते मारणार आहे का माझ्याकडनं? त्याला मारायला कोणते प्लेयर लागतात दर्शन?
काय माहिती, मी नाही वाचलं कधी तसं.
लगेच मारला असेल.
एक लिटिल बिट एफर्ट.
फूड आहे का नाही? नाही राव बाबा.
तशा आता जाऊन कॉक करायचं ना.
काय 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 अपडेट समोर
कॅन्सल केलं का एक्सेप्ट केलं काय केलं?
काय माहिती.
एक्सेप्ट केलं ना.
हा
जाऊन करा आता मारा दबा मिळत.
कोण आहे तो?
काय माहिती
ग्रीझी
काय वेगळं नव्हतं पिक्सेल नव्हतं.
हिरो.
मला वाटलं वर्ल्ड जॉईन करायला केलं का काय.
नाही नाही 50 लेवल 50 मॅक्स आहे का?
नाही
मग 50 वर का नाही जात तुम्ही?
वी डोंट वांट एनी डिफिकल्ट बॉसेस.
म्हणजे एक्झामच नाही दिली का?
येस
34 मी 31 ये जवळ आहे जवळ आहे जवळ आहे. वरच्या मारतो त्यांना मी.
आपल्याला मार नाही एकदा तरी त्याच्यात जा.
ट्राय केलं तर मी मेलं नाही ते. हे काय
जा ना.
वरच्यांना मारून जातो आमचे.
लास्ट इतक्या वेळात
काय म्हणला?
पहिला असतं इतक्या वेळात.
ते घेऊन चाललो तुम्हाला. नॉर्मल चेस साठी बी इथं लोक आहेत. झोपलाय तो आरामशीर.
Thing or two. My blade!
Let the show begin.
Wind blade! Boom!
उडला का नाही रे?
Barry! Find that. No.
नॉर्मल चेस साठी एवढी. येस
मॅच वर कर क्लिक.
हे काय?
रॅन्डम मल्टीप्लेअर.
वा. काय बोलते त्याला?
Impossible. How Chinese people can join.
काय दर्शन?
हा
हे 300 ते 300 भेटणार ना का?
तुमच्याच भेटणार. कर कॉल.
त्याला बी पॉइंट भेटणार का? ओयो डी लुक आई शपथ.
चेंज कर बघ तुला कोण पाहिजे.
हा पाहिजे.
वाट 80 लेवलचा 80 लेवलचा वाट. चेंज कर तुझा.
मी कुठे आहे?
फर्स्ट वन आहे तू फक्त.
फक्त
हा
4 जण आलेत का?
माहिती.
काय टू
फर्स्ट
रेजर?
आहे का सेकंड आहे तू? फर्स्ट आहे.
रेजर टू काय टू?
नाही 2 जण आलेत. फर्स्ट आणि सेकंड प्लेअर आहे तुझा.
हा ना.
काही पण ठेवते 80 लेवलचे.
आई माझी हेल्थ का कमी आहे?
पण बाहेर लय टाइमपास केला तू.
मारा मारा. अयो इथे काय आहे? आलटी टाकले ते.
80 लेवलचे.
Everybody stand back!
आणि काही boost भेटतं.
Out of the way! Venture time!
What it is? Yeah.
काय करायचंय ऑक्टोबस
Yeah.
Light it up! Venture time!
Retribution.
I'm going in! Take cover!
आई
Take cover!
Keep back.
काय करू हे दर्शन
कर ना नेक्स्ट
काय आहे?
स्कोर.
चॅलेंज नेक्स्ट चॅलेंज का
चॅलेंज अगेन.
ऐसा पण 4 जण
कर
आले.
परत कर परत. फास्ट फास्ट फास्ट. तुझं 5 स्टार
काय काय
आली ती. आली आली. एक इंटरेस्ट प्लेयर तुझं आहे.
काय टू रेझर टू काय टू
चॅट मध्ये बोलतायत. कॅन हाऊ इट इज पॉसिबल. मला 80 लेवलचे का दिसतात ते.
मग किती लेवलचे आहेत ते
आपण 40 लेवलचं ते 80 लेवलचे.
Everybody stand back!
असला मग आता असं दिलं.
डॅमेज किती आहे त्याचा. मारताना बघ ना फायरचं किती आहे. फक्त 1000.
माझा किती येत
50 डॅमेज.
Let's light it up! Off we go!
फक्त ती एकटी बिल्ड आहे. 16,000 डॅमेज येते ती.
कुणाला मारायचं चला
1000 9,000.
Off we go!
Time for retribution.
खेळावी मारू शकतो का याला
Everybody stand back! Get out of here! Take cover!
चॅलेंज कंप्लीट अजून एकदा भेटलं सर सबस्क्राइबर के साथ मत खेलना
येऊ का करतोय सारखा.
अरे ते होत नाही चॅलेंज अगेन किती वेळा करू शकतो आपण
बॅग जा. त्या शॉप मध्ये किती लागते मग.
कुठल्या शॉप मध्ये
इव्हेंटचा एकच शॉप आहे. सेकंड वाला अकाउंट किती आहे.
हे सगळे एकदाच भेटतात का
येऊ शकतो. तितक्या वेळा मारवावं लागेल तुला.
चल मारू मग काय आहे, आपल्याला काय काम सर 260 कैसे हुआ आई डोंट नो त्यांना बी भेटते का नाही रे दर्शन
त्यांचं कधीच कम्प्लीट झालं असेल.
पण त्यांना भेटते का नाही आम्हाला मदत करता येतं
क्लेम करावं लागतं. नाही भेटत असेल तर
माझी 50 त्याची 50 आई 2 पेअर आहे मी
ती गेली निघून. तिथे जास्त डॅमेज होता. नवरीवर आता
दिलो अरे चुप बैठ रहा
चायनीज केलो.
याला काय
त्याची लास्ट गेम आहे. लास्ट टाइम
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
हा. तो चाललाय तो म्हणतोय आणि तो डोंट नो म्हणतोय. डोंट पण नाही म्हणत आहे.
आयागी गोइन कोण आहे?
आयो कांट रीड.
आयाका गोइन
करना चेंज. हे यार
आमना
त्यांच्यासारखे आहेत का नाही काही तुझ्याकडे प्लेअर चांगले?
It's so nice to de-stress.
काय घेऊ माझ्याकडे आहे का दुसरं कोणता प्लेअर?
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
त्यांना सबस्क्राईब करायला होतं. चायनामध्ये बॅन आहे युट्यूब.
चायना अरे नाव ठेवलेत फक्त दर्शन त्यांनी चायनाच असणार का? आणि चायनामध्ये
Of course.
रात्री गेम खेळायचं बंद आहे. यू फॉरगेट.
म्हणलं हाऊ इट इज पॉसिबल.
Off we go. Teamwork is teamwork. Out of the way.
माईकवर बोल ना सोबत त्याच्यामध्ये.
Get out of here. Take cover.
हॅलो
आपल्या गेम मध्ये कोण नाही बोलत.
आयशी पण मागे येऊ.
Everybody stand back. Adventure time. Get out of here.
Keep back!
Motion to compel. Going in. Arraignment.
Verdict is...
Take cover. Get out of here.
हो हो याद बोलतो का?
Adventure time.
Or retribution!
Everybody stand back. Get out of here. Out of the way.
जो भी आग वाले
तू इलेक्ट्रिक
काय केलं नाही का? नॉट हिट बाय अन अटॅक. टोक होत नाही.
वरती वाचना काय आलाय.
The teammate has left the dimension.
लास्ट होती त्याची.
इथं बाहेरच आहे अजून.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Keep back!
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
जायचं का परत? भेटलं का नाही ते? 900 भेटलं.
I'm hungry.
म्हणजे किती वेळा
Let's
मारू
hunt.
शकतो का दर्शन?
ते वेळा मारून काय करायचं त्यांना? व्हॉट इज यूज?
हे विकत घेऊ शकतो वाटतं का?
हा हिला 1000 पाहिजे अजून.
हे विकत घ्यायचंच नाही.
100 पाहिजे अजून. गेले सगळे सोडून.
त्यांना बी भेटतं वाटतं दर्शन.
सगळ्यांना भेटतं.
300 होय. या ना दर्शन, तुलाही भेटेल ना.
माझं कम्प्लीट झालंय. आय ऑलरेडी लूट दॅट शॉप.
सगळं घेतलं तू?
येस. तोच थँक्स बोलतोय, त्यालाच पाहिजे होता.
भाई मैं तो तुम्हारी चैट पढ़ने नहीं वाला. क्या वक्त विचार केलं तुम लोगों ने, टोनी कंकर वगैरे.
What happened?
चॅट वाच ना, काहीतरीच बोलतो बडबड बडबड बडबड. वैलोरेंट छोड़ने वाला है ब्रो मैं.
कौन कौन आला? 55, 54. What is this level? आता तर
If you ever
मारलंच
want to
पाहिजे
trade
चांगला.
tactics, I'm always ready.
काय काय
55, 54, 90 लेवलचे आहेत.
ओ खा कौन सा प्लेयर है? चाइल्ड है ना?
लय मारलं पाहिजे. कर स्टार्ट.
चाइल्ड नहीं का?
2 सेकंड मध्ये मेला पाहिजे तो 2 अटॅक मध्ये. एंडिंग
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well,
Cold
standing
beer
here.
after a hard day's work.
त्याला
Nothing like
इन्व्हाइट
it.
केलं ना ऑलरेडी.
परत इन्व्हाइट.
कसं
एंडिंग म्हणते.
कसं करू?
एंडिंग म्हणते ना. ऑलरेडी इन्व्हाइटेड 54 लेवल.
दिस इज ह्याच्याकडे चाइल्ड कडे कोणचे लेवल म्हणजे
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
पॉवर
You may see in game. For invite. आता तर मेलच पाहिजे. 1 किल पाहिजे तुम्हाला.
लय वाढी आहेत काय?
येस. दोन सेकंदात मेला पाहिजे.
माझी एक अजून अडवली. यो 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 भाऊ तो बांधणी भी मारते, हाताने भी मारते, नक्की काय विषय त्याचा? ह्याला नाही मारायचं, याचा विचार घ्यायचा आहे निवडांनी. काय कुणाला मारायचं? अरे काय काय डॅमेज काय तो दर्शन? एवढा खान डॅमेज कस काय?
यार 90 लेवल फुल मॅक्स 54 लेवलचे.
कुणाचं जास्त डॅमेज आहे? ते चाइल्डचा का ते दुसरं
सगळ्यांचं जास्त आहे.
ते चाइल्ड वाढीव आहे का ते हे वाढीव आहे रे? तलवार बघ की.
Power that ends Python!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
त्यांना भेटते ते वाटतं.
त्यांचं डॅमेज बघून तुला वाटतं त्यांना गरज आहे? What do you say?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. माझी गरज काय? डॅमेज बघ माझा. हाफ होता है, हेल्प नहीं क्या? We need it to bug.
How can they be that much weak? इतक्या लो लेवल वाल्याच्या वर्ल्ड मध्ये येऊन घ्यावं लागतंय.
होय रे दर्शन, हे म्हणजे ह्यांच्या वर्ल्डच्या लेवल अनुसार तो स्ट्रॉंग असतो का?
नाही, तुझ्या लेवल नुसार.
माझ्या लेवल अनुसार
43 लेवलचा आहे तर काय वाटते तुला?
दर्शन मला फक्त सांग, हा जास्त वाढवे का हा?
बोथ आर 5 स्टार.
आणि
एक विंड असिस्ट आहे आणि एक वॉटर आहे. ती 4 आहे.
ही आगवाली आहे ना?
तर तुझ्याकडे पण आहे. तू बिल्ड केलं तर ती पण स्ट्रॉंग होईल.
मला 5 स्टारच बिल्ड करायचं आहे. खतरनाक build करायचं आहे. कुठे आहे?
Back off!
Bring it on.
काय ते मारत नाही का त्याला? एवढं पण नाही तो लांब नाही मारू शकतो का? मेलो मेलो मेलो. मस्त चालतो.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Decline. काय जायचं वाटतं? विशेष मला
लो HP.
ओके. कुठे आहे तो हिलर?
Healer.
हिल करणार मी मला.
I'll protect us.
बोल स्टोर गेला.
दोन फाईट करून जाते. तेच दिस.
घेऊ?
मॅग्नेट नाही तर पहिलं ते दुसरं मटेरियल घे. शॉप मध्ये जा. दॅट क्राउन इज इम्पॉर्टंट. टेक इट फर्स्ट.
एकदाच घेऊ शकतो का?
इव्हेंट मध्ये, ह्या इव्हेंट मध्ये एकदाच भेटते. कॅन टेक व्हॉट एव्हर यू वॉन्ट.
सगळं कामच आहे का?
ऑफकोर्स.
I wonder
Hold
when
on
I'll be as
fast.
tall as my big sister.
दोनच आहेत.
Yes, they are too much important. Mora. Or you can take Bedo.
बेड्रॉक
Bedo.
कुठे आहे?
What is Bedrock?
La da da da
काय
da
काय काय घेऊ
da
म्हणलं
da
तू?
da
Character,
da
character.
da.
हा.
ओपन ऑल कॉन्स्टिलेशन किती भेटले? 3.
हा नाही. अरे
यू हॅव
किती
3 बेड ऑन कॅरेक्टर्स. 3.
ते का नाही घेतो ना.
यू हॅव टू फाईट मोर.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
यू रन आउट ऑफ पॉइंट.
काय काय
सी प्रेस सी.
एक सेकंड मला हील करू दे नशीब आपण.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
अनलिमिटेड वेळ मारू शकतो का? हा काय विषय आहे का?
काय करायचंय मारून?
हा, ते बी म्हणा. कुठे आहे ती प्लेयर?
विश करून एकदा भेटलेली ना. मला वाटलं 3 वेळा भेटली.
नाही विश करून एकदा भेटली फक्त.
तर अनलॉक काय करतो आता?
ती दुसरी भेटलेली आहे विश करून. अजून काय करायचं होतं दाबून? ते क्राऊनचं काय काम आहे रे?
टेन्शनला कामाला रेड.
हे घेतलं. हे काय घेऊ?
सगळं घ्यायचंय सगळं.
सगळं घेऊ. सगळं भेटतं?
येस.
कोणचं घेऊ पहिलं? हे
सगळं भेटतं, कोणतं पण घे. सगळं नीट कम्प्लीट केलं ना
येस.
मग भेटेल सगळं.
3 स्टार सगळे. भेटलं सगळं. तर हे याला किती लागते?
10 गुणिले 100.
Let's go there. Five star.
विच वन?
कोणचा रे तरी द्या चांगला वाला. मॅचिंग सक्सेसफुल अल्टरनेटिव्ह फ्रंट.
कोणता पण चांगला वाटेल that.
कोणता तरी पॉवरफुल वाला.
जे बिल्ड करशील ते पॉवरफुल होतं.
कोणचे?
जो तू बिल्ड करशील.
तसं ना आता तुम्हाला सांग. हे समोर काय विषय? काय करते ती बाई? आता समज नाही का तो पाणीवाला असेल आणि रेझर 1v1 कोण जिंकत?
रेझर.
कसं काय?
पाण्यामध्ये कंटिन्यू इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक बसत राहतात अपोनंटला.
तसं नाही, पाणीवाला हिरो रे तो आता होता तो चाइल्ड.
Yes, I kill him with Barbara. What do you say?
बार्बरा.
Yes, that healer.
इथं काय ते विषय आहे का?
फर्स्ट टाइम मी बार्बरा सोबतच फाईट केली त्याच्यासोबत स्टोरी मध्ये.
त्याकडे 2 पॉवर आहेत का दर्शन? म्हणजे हाताने बी मारू शकतो, बाणने बी. असं काही विषय?
रेझर कडे पण आहे.
रेझर कडे कुठे?
किंवा वापर त्याचा.
अच्छा तसं ते तर जवळच मारते ना तरी पण.
हा मग साईडचं पण सेम थिंग आहे. 1 at a time. विच वन यू सिलेक्ट?
कोणाचं
चाइल्ड.
चाइल्डचं का?
यस.
सर वो गेट खोलने का जो क्वेस्ट है उसका माइंड एफएफ हो जाता है. गेट खोलने का कौन सा गेट खोलने का रे? अच्छा ते इथला गेट का? व्हॉट द हेक आर यू टॉकिंग ब्रो? काय?
मॅचिंग सक्सेसफुल. एंटर कॉप सेशन. तू दुसऱ्याच्या वर्ल्ड मध्ये चाललाय का? कन्फर्म कर की. त्यावेळेस तुलाच उचलून नेलं दुसऱ्याच्या वर्ल्ड मध्ये. बघू आता काय करतो तू.
मला एकच प्लेअर भेटणार का? एवढा लोडिंग टाइम? यो लॅग. ठीक आहे.
ओके एक्सेप्ट.
मी कोण आहे? दोन काय करत? नुबडे मी एकटं नाही मारू शकणार. अजून 2 जणांना बोलव.
माग घे जरा. त्याचा लेवल किती बघ की.
50 40 50 69. उई दर्शन.
असेच घेतो. किलर.
I smell rabbit.
गॉड होता तिथं.
किलरच घ्यावा लागेल. तुला नाही जमत काही.
तिथे गॉड होता तो.
ओनली
हा पळून गेला का?
त्याचाच प्लेअर आहे. त्याने डिसेबल केलं. पण विमान करायची त्याला. हा मग असाच आहे का?
काय माहित. हा वाटतं स्नीकी की.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
गेट समोर वेट करतात ना ते सगळे.
हिलरचा काय डॅमेज नाही दर्शन. मी डॅमेज तर देईल.
तू काय
I
डॅमेज
keep watch.
करायला?
You leave,
रेझर.
you call me.
बघ घेऊन.
डिलुक. आणि तो
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
दोन फेवरेट प्लेयर आहे तिथं.
But where are those who share the memory?
70. लेट्स सी यांकेचा डॅमेज किती आहे.
Incinerate!
Verdict is...
त्याला नाही बसत आहे.
कुणाला मारायचं असतं मग?
ते किडे.
काय म्हणत ते किडा?
तू तर म्हणला मारणार तू.
वेट. कोणता किडा मारतो तेच माहित नाही.
Motion to compel. Think you can get away? Evidence!
Keep back!
Verdict is...
कसला मारतो बघतो तिथे.
ग्रीन विंड.
कोणचा प्लेयर? किची?
20.
नाही भेटलं.
नाही भेटला.
काय माहित. भेटलं का?
स्टार्ट करते ती.
भेटलं.
स्टार्ट केलं तिने.
माझ्याकडे 0 होतं ना दर्शन.
Yes.
Retribution!
होऊन गेला.
Burning tears.
तर एसी वॉचिंग आर किसको बोलो पब्लिक मजा कर रही है.
For your arraignment!
पब्लिक को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Brace yourself!
लाइक करो guys, लाइक. शंभर डॅमेज देतोय मी.
ते तुझ्याच लेवलचे आहेत.
अजून एकदा. अजून किती पाहिलं होते दर्शन?
तू काउंटच नाही केलंय.
मी केव्हा नसेल हॉल.
1500 मे बी.
त्यांना 5 स्टार कसे भेटला असेल रे? विकत घेतला असेल का त्यांनी? त्या चेस्ट उघडू
नाही
उघडू
भेटत. इथं काहीच विकत नाही भेटत.
चेस्ट उघडूनच का?
प्रेमोजेम्स.
ते स्टार का?
येस.
ओके. एक्झिट केली का मी?
त्यांनीच लेफ्ट केलं वाटतं. आता किक करतील तुला.
किक इज रिअल.
वेन किक.
मी काय करणार होतं तुझ्या वर्ल्ड मध्ये बाबा?
50 डॅमेज देतो किक केलं तुला.
ना अपना टाइम भी आएगा ब्रो. हे एक चंद्राने काय होतं रे? माझ्याकडे चंद्र पडले तसेच. पर नाही अजून लागते.
अच्छा दोन फाईट.
एकटा मारा किती तास लागतील? सर मेरे पीती होने वाली है नेक्स्ट 10 विशेष में 5 स्टार. साले तू तो बोला मैं तो विश नहीं करने वाला करके तू दर्शन प्लेयर ले भेटते ते त्यांना 5 स्टार. हे हा भेटला वाटतं ना मला. बर्फाला बर्फाला
60-90 आजलाच मारतोय. असं घे ना यांते.
काय काय
Wherever in this world I
यांते.
go,
हे का?
I carry memories of my home.
यांते यांते
Display.
होई यांते.
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Who is Yante? Yanfe. Okay.
I take my meals cold to quiet the
Oh,
spirit
wait.
and calm my
Kaya
vital
ko.
energies.
काय काय?
Shinshin.
घे जाऊ दे आता. त्यांनी प्लेयर चेंज केले.
सर वही 10 विशेष रखना वाला हूँ नहीं करने वाला. ओके ओके. चीची जॉम्बी
किती याची चला.
कुठे दिसते? ए बुटके. कसला डॅमेज माझा? 70. सातशे कोण देते? ते 600 कोण देते? ते चीची देते का?
Inadmissible evidence! Incinerate! Faster.
पळून जातं का ते हाल काय?
for judgment. Forth my blade.
What is that damage? Look at his damage.
कुणाचा
That ice one.
From whence you came.
आईसवाला मारतोय.
Yes.
ओ ते काय केलं बरसाच
Look at his damage. Look at his damage. 12,000.
बापरे दर्शन सर को बोलो पंच करके कीकी को जॉम्बी से इंसान बना दे। दर्शन को मत बोल भाई कुछ, तेरे को बहुत मारेंगे वो गेम में। अरे की माझ्याकडे का बघत राहते असं फिरल्यावर। See my damage दर्शन, you see 150
Motion to compel.
Nice वाल्याचा डॅमेज.
मारत का नाही?
फाईट स्टार्टच नाही झाले.
1,700 उई 6,000 आल्टीचा डॅमेज 3,000
बाहेर गेला तर
माझी
युअर हेल्थ.
चिची हिल मी ब्रो. हो माझ्या साईडला पडलं ते. हो हेल्थ एवढी का वाढली?
चीची मारती आहे. तिला आले मार हिल भेटेल त्याच्यावर तिला आले ते.
ओ
Swift and merciful. Spirit flame.
Time to go. Time for your arraignment.
असे बस झालं का
Yes,
तरी?
you are done. Yes.
यो व्हाट्सअप तो दर्शन सर को सॉरी बोल दो। यस करते कमी सोडूच होता ये बॉय. सगळं भेटलं. क्वेश्चन मार्क टिक मार्क ना आला
त्याच्यावर
याच्यावर.
बघ काय राहिलंय का.
सगळं
तिला ऑलरेडी क्लेम केलंय.
काय काय
एव्हरीथिंग सोल्ड.
टिक मार्क कसं काय ना आला?
काय द्यायचं त्यांना
बुटके तू हे बुटक्याने केलंय का रे हे?
नाही वाटत.
हे केलंय का तू सगळं? हे आणि हे मोबडे कसलं भेटतंय ते कर. टाइम
किती
भेटतोय
विशेष आल्या का नाही येत.
माझ्याकडं
नाही आलं काहीच.
विशेष येते तो
रिमोजन्स भेटतात ना.
25 हे 16 इथे बी सेमच आहे. आता काय करायचंय?
Don't you see their damage? What do you think?
कुणाचा?
त्यांचं ज्यांच्यासोबत खेळला आता
वाढीव होता डॅमेज.
आणि तुझा another damage.
काय विषय लय नूब आहे मी अजून वाटतंय.
You don't even upgrade anything. ती स्वॉर्ड बनवायला लावलेली ती पण नाही बनवली आहेस तू अजून.
ते आयटमच नॅचरल मटेरियल इकट्ठा करू. आता तरी हे मटेरियल इकट्ठा कराय
पुढे भेटतात. ते 2 ते आईसवाले क्वेस्ट होते केलेत का कम्प्लीट?
कोणचे
आणि ते लँडचे क्वेस्ट
कोणची
यू कम्प्लीट नथिंग. यू आर जस्ट वंडरिंग अराउंड.
कोणची क्वेस्ट
जयदा
थांबा. अरे काय रे नाही खायची मला. जा हा जा. नाही वा कस काय ब्रिज म्हणते आता वरती तर आलोय. बाप रे काय डॅमेज होता तो. जे ओय ओय
Let's dance.
हे दर्शन हे जे ते तोडायचं असतं का?
मी नाही नंतर डायरेक्ट मारून टाकतो.
माझ्याकडनं मरण नाही. लोक वन येऊन मारतो तर डॅमेज नाही माझ्याकडे.
परत मेली ती काय
मेली
आपण मारताय तीच मारू शकते आय गेस. यू जस्ट रन अवे. हाय
काम बाऊलाही झालं. मला रेझर मॅक्स करायचं. काय करायचं बोल. जे दाबला तेच म्हणतोय. काय दाबायचंय
जेच
ते
मग काय राहिलंय. हॉट स्टोरी टेस्ट हाऊ
काय काय
फर्स्ट वन.
हा
खरं नाही वगैरे ते केलंच नाही का तू कालचे मिशन.
नाही अरे खतरनाक वाले आणि मी आता ते दर्शन कसं करू तूच सांग. याला 5 स्टार भेटत नाही. नशिबी घ्यान देऊ. ए शपथ. ए तलवार नव्हती ती.
Way too much struggle.
वा. मग कसं जाऊ वरती?
टेलिपोर्ट नाही आहे.
अनलॉक नाही तो वाला.
Nice. ते सरळ सिटी मधून चालत या की पुढं पुढं स्ट्रेट रोड आहे. Way too much struggle.
हा रोड.
Yes, सगळं अनलॉक करत जा.
वा मी तिकडून घुसलेलो. नाही.
दोन टेलिपोर्टर आहेत.
तुला बोलू का नको रे?
मिशन देते करणार आहे का? पहिलेच इतके घेऊन ठेवले ते का नाही केलं.
मला वाटतं फक्त बोलायचं असते. झालं मिशन. ते दर्शन हे कितीला भेटतात रे हे स्टार्स विकत?
बाय.
हे स्टीमर लोकांकडे एवढे कस काय 5 स्टार असतात? बायच केलं असतं ना.
कोणत्या स्ट्रीमवर नाही आहे काय?
ट्विच वर बघितलं रे फुल 5 स्टारचे गट्टे पडले
स्ट्रीम
होते.
म्हणतात स्ट्रीम, नॉट स्टीम.
येस येस स्ट्रीम
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here
ऑलरेडी
often,
त्यांना
do
भेटलेले
they?
पाहिजे ते.
Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things
Someone
embedded in the statue?
विकतच घेतलं असतं ना ते स्टार.
Visions.
नॉर्मली
Visions?
फक्त बॅटल
You mean
पास.
all the visions that are collected from the vision
Did you
hunt
get a battle
degree are
pass?
put into the statue?
नो आयडिया.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the vision?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt Decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
Raiden Shogun as being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
What the heck?
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So visions, ambitions, and
Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
एवढ्या वरती कसं काय रे? This is so OP, man. Hey, teleporter. Ali. Hello, Sergi. A selfie, please.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? I kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all. Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I'm just here to meet the
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Edition will go through the story of the visionless people.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct.
Fast and Furious
Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
I wish. I will do as you wish. This is a tall order.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
हे काय आहे दर्शन?
That is your teapot.
टीपॉट मध्ये बी मिशन आहेत ना?
तुला क्रिएट करायचे ते.
हे काय जात का नाही मग ते?
Need to visit, I guess.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Su aspirating cracks, Opud, Kakarotislive, keep saying, Jaka, smash, matter, pitch, Vishnu, fairness, love you, keep, kill. भाई साहब कुछ घंटा समझ में नहीं
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. One day, I'll be as great. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
सर मेरे को बाल चाहिए.
But if you can't remember anything,
सर बाल जिधर
it's
से
not gonna
sword
be easy.
निकलता है.
Oh, maybe
मजा आ
if you
जाता है.
just try a little harder
बाल?
to remember, then it'll all come flooding back.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see
Ball
what we have
चाहिए.
here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the
फिर बात
distance.
सर्च मारो YouTube में बॉल कट स्क्रीन प्योर दिखना हो क्या पूरा देखना हो बाल कट सीन.
Seems
Nice.
like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the
Head ball. Don't search. Play yourself. हाँ ना मी नाही सर्च करणार आहे. घरामध्ये आहे काय?
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about.
Hello क्या? Barbatos. Sorry, my English sucks.
Interesting.
वो sword
Looking at the color and the
12 अच्छा
design, Paimon would
निकलती
have
है.
thought it belonged to a child.
12 क्या? Sword 12.
But anyway, if he
साले
had
तू
this
तेरी
with
typing
him
ठीक कर
all
पाई
the
है.
time,
और
there's a
मैं मेरी
chance
English
some of
ठीक
his
करता.
elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Papa. Meaning of waiting in element find. Use enemy decide to find clues in the diary. I'm trying, bro. Oh yeah.
I wish it could be like this all the time.
Eh? वो sword बड़ी अच्छी बारबोसा तेरा हिम्मत कैसे हुई अभ्यास बिना के लॉगिन what the fuck is this पूजा क्यों किया ऐसा दर्शन सर इसको गेम तो सिखा देते स्टोरी क्वेस्ट है ये साले पूजा दर्शन की सिस्टर है
The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village.
If we become
Sounds so familiar.
separated
Where is
during
that
war,
place
go
again?
wait for me in Konda village. There be safe home for you there. Okay, it's here.
Huh.
अरे
So the
दीदी है,
reason
वो पता
Tejima
है
came here was to
कार
wait for someone. But
बता है
he's
क्यों
been here
नहीं
for 30 years.
बता तो दिया
Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
वो sword निकालने देता निकाल क्या वो sword निकालने देखता तो मजा आता रिएक्शन देखने कौन सी sword रे ये sword क्या कसली sword म्हणते रे दर्शन ते
जे एंड मध्ये फाइट आहे त्याच्यात
ह्या फाइट ह्याच्यामध्ये का
Well, I'll be.
क्वेस्टच्या एंडिंगला
That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess.
sword है
But I have no memory of anything that's
You are
written
not
in
ready.
this diary.
Not even
Still,
1%.
it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30
मेहुलनी
years.
कस काय पास केले
Over
मग
the
हे
years,
quest
I must have made a note of anything
He's building.
interesting.
कुणाला बिल्ड
Anything that
केलं
I
ए
could
तुम्ही
share
किसको
with her
बिल्ड
when
किया
we
रे
were
मेन
finally reunited.
पेडोमॅन करतात ना
And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream. I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious.
I don't know.
Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
Thank you both.
Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
कल खेलेंगे कॉप खेलेंगे अपन लेवल बढ़ाएंगे कल तेरे वर्ल्ड में खेलेंगे नहीं तेरे नहीं मेरे खेलेंगे
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own?
सगळी स्टोरी आतापर्यंत अपडेट पर्यंत यायची ती
Yes.
दर्शनचे मेन 4 प्लेयर कोणचे आहेत आपल्या दीदीचे
I don't even know. दोन तर त्याच्यावालेच आहेत
मेरे वर्ल्ड में नहीं खेल सकते आपकी जैसी लो लेवल गाइस दर्शन कस काय त्याची वर्ल्डची लेवल बी 3च असेल ना मग मी का नाही खेळू शकत
वर्ल्ड लेवल आय गेस
हा मी त्याच्या वर्ल्ड मध्ये नाही खेळू शकत
Paimon doesn't get it.
I don't know how it works.
There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
What is my first player?
Chichi.
Oh, huh?
Oh no.
And who are you?
Hilare.
One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Barbara.
Barbara che?
We just happened to be passing by. We heard heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help.
Yes.
But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Damage padla na.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
I heard that you lost your vision recently.
That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Too bad.
Fight time, isn't it?
Fight आहे?
तेच तर बोलत होते मग ते.
मला वाटलं ट्रेजर हटूस फक्त बोलून न्यायचंय. मारा भी लागते बे.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Another test subject.
Keep back! Wind blade! Oh, there goes all the Mora! We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Forget it, tell me all you know about person. Not likely word has it you looted house.
Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's in the box!
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too! And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Lol. Chẳng lâu đây chỗ nào vậy? Into it, papa. And then the ball. Suck it, papa. Yeah, shit.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he didn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
Vision
Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price. At least that's what I think.
Because I'm going to
Why don't you ask him about
my
the sword
dad's
yourself?
house.
Perhaps it'll
तो
even
इतने दिन
provide
किधर
you with
रह
the
रहा था?
answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession.
I'm back.
Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
But I don't want to go to dad's house.
आई मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा तेरे मम्मी पापा का क्या डिवोर्स है क्या जो अलग अलग रह रहे हैं ये सर ना
Zooming. Party war. See that purple?
हाँ
That is vision.
बग दर्शन पर स्टोरी कोड चालू तरी येतं ते रिक्वेस्ट What did I say?
Best पुढे चालू आहे.
हे vision
I art संपलाय. Yes, that is
I smell
दुसरा आपल्याला switch कर.
ह्याला नाही
नाही
तिला भी नाही क्या
आहे वाटर आहे तिचं vision.
I'll protect us.
ह्याला नाही का
Is visionless.
मागच्या टाइम तर नाही का स्टोरी मध्ये असताना चालते रिक्वेस्ट
Side quest असेल.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone?
Yes.
And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
याच्याकडे हाय विजन पण तो गेलाय वाटते. कमी विसरलाय. What do you think, Darshan?
विजन असतं तर एकच पावर असते ना त्याची. विंटर विंडच राहिला असता. तर अर्थच राहिला असता.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new... I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. And you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
Little bit different.
Sensei's name is Domo, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junia and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
टाइम पुढे करायचं का मला किती टाइम करायचे 18 ते 24
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Right?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Meikyo Shisui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Meikyo Shisui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Darshan?
Yes.
Ay ka gyala.
Yes, I'm here.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art,
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
We have unlocked the teleporter.
मी थांबलो इथं आणि ते दिसतंय तिथं. What the fuck is this?
म्हणजे
एवढ्या जवळ दिसतंय बघ ना ते, आणि मॅप मध्ये बघ
633 मीटर. मॅप मध्ये काहीतरी कन्फ्युजन आहे. मॅप लय मोठा वाटतो, लोकेशन लय छोटी येते.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Miyakyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
दर्शन आता ही ह्याची स्टोरी कसं काय बरं इथं त्यांचीच होती पकावगिरी पण भारी होती
कोणाची स्टोरी
ते हे तिघांची स्टोरी होती ह्याच्या स्टोरी मध्ये कसं काय रिकमेंड झाली ती
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct.
Okay.
Ayakacha wishes, whatever it called. Yes.
The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Hey, playing, you know?
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
चार मूव भेटले फक्त
झाल्या फुलफिल तिच्या विशेस
झाड
I never explored this. Only this.
अच्छा ते इलेक्ट्रोसाइट है
याला द्यायचं काय देते ते ती लेवल आहे सगळ्या बघ ना रिवॉर्ड्सला रिवॉर्ड्स
कुठे रिवॉर्ड्स
इथं डोनेट करतो तिथं रिवॉर्ड्स
25
रिवॉर्ड्स आउट ऑफ मटेरियल खालचा आलं पण वरती घ्या पॉटचा प्रोटोटाइप गुड गुड काय 2 लेवल
काय
2 लेवल काय 3 लेवलच्या पुढे ते आलं
हे का
क्लिक कर त्याच्यावर काय ते
नाही होते
बघल मी माझ्या गेममध्ये
पण काय कलेक्ट केलं मी
You have to collect this and donate this to this tree.
काय पण हे any idea?
The one त्या दुसऱ्या वर्ल्ड्स मध्ये आपण शॉप मध्ये देतो आणि विकत घेतो सामान. The diamond thing, diamond shop.
हे समोरचे
ते चेस्ट उघडून भेटते.
अच्छा ते तरी कळना मला कोणचे
की मेहनत
नाही मजा आहे
रिपोर्ट झाला असतो
मजा येते रे हे कराय
Let the show begin.
It's very important to survive in Inazuma. Yes, yes. Thank you.
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? Oh shit. 5-star character.
Yes.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen.
Alright. Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
It seemed to be faith worse than with.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this.
I saw the
In which case, perhaps you would be
Yes.
willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help you further even.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise.
Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any
Is the
property
shop
on this
owner?
land, and even to
Lol.
allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
You have a few questions. What are her counts been shorter? Is no one else fighting the vision hunt secret? Have you raised the formula of the vision hunt?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe,
I don't know
commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose, focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Is no one else fighting the Vision Hint Decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
चल दर्शन
Be like that.
मिशन नंतर करून मॅक्स करू प्लेयर
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there was also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance?
कशासाठी
You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree. Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenchukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it?
This mission.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we can... Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
There's a still long way to go.
Hey. Owner of the tea house. Kumara tea house. Hey. ऑडियो ओनर है.
Hey, all finished? I've been keeping watch, and I'm happy to report that everything is fine and dandy. Hey, all finished?
हे बघ हे असं म्हणतोय मी. याला काय लागते 10 लागते ते कुठे भेटतात?
You have to find yourself. मला पण नाही माहित. मी असले प्लेअर अपग्रेडच नाही केले.
मग कसले केले रेझर? ओके हे 20 पाहिजे.
लेवलच्या आसपास भेटतात.
येस. 20.
नुसतं लेवल अप करून काय करतो त्यांना काही डॅमेज नाही काय नाही.
मग काय शॉर्ट देऊ का?
शॉर्टला मटेरियल नाही.
शॉर्टचं मटेरियल एकट्ठा एक काम करू उद्या आपण शॉर्टचे मटेरियल वगैरे एकट्ठा करू आणि ते सामान लागतात अपग्रेड करायचे.
एका दिवसात नाही भेटत ते.
माहिती तर असं ना कुठं आहे कुठून नाही.
डेली वेगवेगळं असतं ते. टॅलेंट अपग्रेड.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me.
वेपन अपग्रेड.
If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we? Psst! Hey, wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision!
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
Hey, naveen player.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Mr. Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
ये तो अगन चले जमते हैं.
That's fetching.
This one.
Yes.
हे स्टार लावले ते विजन आहेत का?
Yes.
एवढे विजन चोरले यांनी?
ते एक अमाउंट नाही दिसत आहे तुला तिचं.
काय
They
काय?
are more than that.
क्या? ही देव आहे का त्यांची? हिच्यासोबत फाईट होणार आहे?
Can't say anything.
वाह.
You have huge fight here.
Okay. वाह. काय काय घेऊ?
आणि तर फायर आईस सांगितलंय. मग बाकी ॲज युअर चॉईस.
फायर आणि आईस. रेझरला काढू का मग?
ॲज युअर चॉईस. आपल्यावर येईल.
कोणाला घेऊ पण रेझरच्या जागेवर? बारबराला काढतो.
तुझ्याकडे फूड पण नाही आणि हिल पण नाही.
बघूया एकदा याच्याने ट्राय करू.
Present.
From you.
काय काय?
That can be good choice.
काय?
बिल्डर्स नाही केलं त्याला आर्टिफॅक्ट दिलेत का काही?
नाही, आर्टिफॅक्ट देऊ. आर्टिफॅक्ट.
टॅलेंट बघ पहिलं तसा. काय टॅलेंट आहे त्याच्यात?
कुठं दिसतं टॅलेंट?
टॅलेंट मेन्यू मध्ये.
टॅलेंट.
फर्स्ट तर अटॅक आहे. सेकंड
कायरो डॅमेज.
अजून
एओई कायरो डॅमेज.
हार्ट डॅमेज.
काय?
हार्ट डॅमेज.
एओई.
अँड अनदर थिंग.
अनदर थिंग कुठे? इथे एकच आहे.
फर्स्ट वन.
फर्स्ट.
सेकंड.
कायरो डॅमेज आणि कायरो.
स्किल ॲट्रिब्यूट बघ त्याच्या.
ह्याचे
सेकंड वाल्याचे. सेकंड 172. Hold on 15 seconds.
सेकंड पॉवरची.
Can't say anything too much. काय बिल्ड करायचं आहे? डॅमेज डीलर अटॅक केले. टेक्निक सॉर्ट कर आणि टॉप क्वालिटी.
अटॅक देऊ का?
यस.
हे देऊ?
सॉर्ट.
स्वॉर्ड.
सॉल्ट. व्हॉट इज सॉल्ट?
स्वॉर्ड कुठे आहे? स्वॉर्ड.
व्हॉट इज सॉल्ट?
स्वॉर्ड.
व्हॉट डज दॅट मीन सॉल्ट?
स्वॉर्ड कुठे?
Sword नाही sword. That funnel thing, yes, that one.
Yeah.
Attack.
HP.
Main stat HP से second है. Second. Yes.
पहिले देऊ?
Second काय आहे? Triplet attack आणि fourth one. पाचवा. पुढचे दोन्ही बघते काय आहे. सेकंड नाही तर फोर्थ.
कोणचं देऊ? सेकंड नाही तर फोर्थ?
सेकंड वाल्यावर जास्त आहे. पुढचा बघ. एक पण मेन अटॅक वाला नाही आहे.
कस काय नाही भेटत रे मला?
ते आहे ना, what is this? आता कशावर क्लिक होता?
हे
हा हेच आहे. दे प्रायो डॅमेज बोनस आहे का बघ. फिजिकल नाही प्रायो. शॉर्ट कशाने केला?
काय
शॉर्ट आयरॉन आहे क्रायो.
प्रायो कुठे इथं? फक्त प्रायो का?
क्रायो सी
पायरो क्रायो.
यस क्रायो
डॅमेज 2 स्टार फक्त.
बघ पुढचे. What a useless attack वाला देतेच.
हे
थर्ड लाइन मधला पहिला
हे.
हो त्याला पण डिफेन्स
मग
काही कामाचं नाही.
हाव देऊ काय?
नाही पहिला नाही तर दुसरा बघ.
दोन्ही सेमच आहे.
ते फक्त
इथं काय ठेवू?
अटॅक वगैरे.
क्रिटिकल अटॅक.
सेकंडच
लेवल अप करू का याला?
किती लेवल आहे? 40 तर वेपन काय त्याचा?
ही तलवार आहे. ही त्याची
अटॅक वाले दे.
ही
यस
ही वाली.
यस
अशा पदी तलवार आहे.
इट इज वेपन व्हॉट एव्हर इट इज.
दर्शन हे 2 सेम तलवार आहेत माझ्याकडे.
मग एक विकून टाक.
विकताय ती?
विकून म्हणजे अपग्रेड कर. त्याला कराय ना अनलॉक कर ती तलवार लास्ट वाले.
एनहान्स
रेड वाले पण नॉट दिस वन.
5 लेवल झाली त्याची.
हा मग ती युजलेस आहे तिसरी.
अनलॉक करू का मग?
हा
आता काय करू मग?
तिला एनहान्स कर जी त्याला दिली आहे.
त्याला
यस स्टार कर.
हे कॅन्सल कसं होतं?
बॅकला
ही तलवार चालली. हे चाललंय. बुक ते कामाचे नाहीत नाही.
नाही
अजून करायचंय नाही. ओके
ओरनवर डॅमेज झाला तसा. ते खालच्या स्वॉटचा किती आहे? दॅट व्हाईट वन.
व्हाईट वन या 39. काय
आहे तेच बरं आहे. फक्त 20 लेवल. क्लिक करता स्वॉर्डवर चढवून एनहान्स कर दिला. त्याला दिली आहे ती. हे का बघताय? क्लिक करता फर्स्ट आयटमवर. काय वार आहे आज? क्लिक करता डोमिनवर. डोमिन नॉट अवेलेबल.
हे दुसऱ्या डायमेन्शन वर
आणि संडेच आहे.
आज सॅटरडे.
सॅटरडे व्हॉट?
येस.
अरे शर
नाही फ्रायडेच आज. येस. मग कस काय नाही भेटत आहे? फ्रायडेला तर भेटतंय ना?
1:30 वाजता रिसेट होतो ना.
अच्छा.
जा विकत घे कुठून तरी.
विकत घेता येतं?
बघ बरं.
कुठे भेटतं हे डायमंड?
येस. तुमच्याकडे भेटेल? आय डोंट.
I would like to buy a few things. काय
म्हणले?
म्हणलं
नाही देत म्हणते का?
I would like to like fitting. Let me see what you need, dear customer. My sincere apologies, but we are still in the midst of arrangement for the good thing you are required. आई मी काय सांगितलंच नाही काय पाय.
ती म्हणते तुझं शॉप सेटअप नाही अजून. थोड्या वेळाने या. 10-15 मिशन करून.
15 मिशन आहे. दुसरीकडनं येऊ का घेऊन?
यस.
कोणच्या ह्याच्यात जाऊ?
सिटीज मध्ये एक असतं ते. ऍडव्हेंचरचं कधीच क्लेम का नाही करत तू?
केलं की.
व्हॉट इज दॅट? काय आलंय ते? याला
कोणचं मॅप मध्ये? हे काय आहे? ऍडव्हेंचर गाईड.
वाच ना तिथेच वरती.
अ पब्लिक सर्वंट.
क्लिक का करतो त्याच्यावर?
असं
एक्सपेडिशन रिवॉर्ड नाही आहे. नाही घेतला.
मग ते दुसरं काय
पाठवलेलं ते नाही घेतलं.
काय? अच्छा ते
वरती मिशन दिसते तिचं पण करायचंय.
Ad Astra Ab.
नेम डेली बघ केली नाही.
एक्सपेडिशन
म्हणजे
येलो वाला कोणतं आहे?
Ad Astra.
करेक्ट.
का पाहिजे तुला?
चिकन नको.
खालच्या मध्ये तर एक आणि मीठ भेटतंय.
हे नको.
हे नाही पण 4 पाठवता येतात. सिलेक्ट.
इथं कुठं?
काय काय पाहिजे ते पाठव.
This is not fair man, you are not telling me neat.
आता तुला काय पाहिजे मला कसं काय माहिती? फूड तर कुक नाही करत तरी फूड कलेक्ट करायला पाठवलंय.
आज शेवटचं फूड आहे मग नंतर कुक करणं काहीतरी भारी. काय घ्यायचं होती ते?
Ad Astra.
एवढंच आहे घ्यायचं.
येस.
गेलं नाही बघते. हे काय?
रेपुटेशन रिवॉर्ड.
कुठे
प्लस न्यू क्वेस्ट.
कुठं?
infested.
Reputation. Diamond कुठे आहे रे? Diamond एकटा एवढा लांब. Bhagwan. Why am I so noob? एवढे का लोक माझ्यासाठी मध्ये तिला थांबल्यात. येस भेटतंय.
हे काय करायचं आता?
3 घेऊ.
सगळंच घ्यायचं आहे.
हे बी लागतंय. हे बी लागत असेल.
मोठा वेस्ट. एखाद्या प्रोटोटाइप साठी सेव्ह करायचा.
ते भेटत राहील ना. नाही भेटत.
हे भेटत राहतं पण ते नाही भेटत राहत.
काय स्कॅम आहे राव. त्याला बी लेवल अप करू. संपले मटेरियल.
600 ते
हे अजून 2 लागतात.
Martial arts and thumb.
XP ह्याची किती जाते? ह्याची बी 900. आई शपथ. 3 महिने नाही देणार 900 XP.
ऍट्रिब्यूट बघ त्याचे.
ऍट्रिब्यूट डिटेल्स.
Para 50 income 20.
काय?
No element must be.
Element
do good attack maybe.
पेशंटला काय लागते आता? हे 4 हे 20.
थोडी ना
हे कुठे भेटते दर्शन? हे जे डायमंड तिच्याकडे.
ते जे भिंतीला चिकटलेलं असतं ते.
हे का?
Yes.
मग हे तर भेटत राहतं ना ते.
त्याची पण लिमिट आहे. त्याच्यानंतर ते संपतं. आणि तिची पण लिमिट आहे. एका लिमिट मध्ये देते नंतर तिचं पण संपतं ते मटेरियल.
मग दुसऱ्या शॉप मध्ये जायचं कसं?
पूर्ण वर्ल्ड मध्ये 3च शॉप आहेत आणि त्या तिसरी वालीकडे तुला ऍक्सेस पण नाहीये.
आतापर्यंत 3च आहेत रे. येते ना मग.
इतक्या लो लेवलचं कोण बाय करतं?
अजून काय होतं? हे म्हणजे ते चॉकलेटचं जे दाखवलेलं आहे तलवार अपग्रेड करायचं ते आजच भेटतं ना कुठं तरी डायमेन्शन मध्ये.
यस. डोमेन मध्ये
फाईट करायला लागणार त्यासाठी.
कोण
This one.
बेटर झाला रेझरपेक्षा आता
ही मे कारण तू ती स्वॉर्डच क्राफ्ट नाही केली रेझरची.
रेझरची शॉर्ट
प्रोटोटाइप ब्लॅक स्मिथ कडा.
हा 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 हा
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You sure? Alright then. Just be careful not to get caught.
Yes, you too.
त्यांना मारायचे
One with my blade.
काही डॅमेज नाही काय
हिलिंग वालीचाही
I'll protect us.
मग डॅमेज बसतो का
त्याचा पण दोघांचाही एकत्र
म्हणजे हिलिंग वालीचा आणि याचा का दोघांना कूलडाऊन किती जास्त आहे राव
त्याचा उलटा कमी आहे.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Let the show begin.
A touch
Show
of
me
frost.
what you've got!
Disappear!
Don't hold back!
Submit for judgment!
Clear cut! Watch your step! Show me what you've got! I must withdraw.
ते बिजली कोण आणते
Incinerate!
One with my blade!
Show me what you've got!
From whence you came!
याच्या आरटीचा काही डॅमेज आहे का नाही
ऑलमोस्ट फक्त 1000 डॅमेज आहे.
Swift and merciful!
Bested.
Let's dance.
I can give 500
मुलगा आहे का मुलगी आहे रे स्नीकर घातले कसले बूट आहेत ते
Battle formation!
A touch of frost!
बर्फ मारतोय काय करतोय मलाच नाही माहिती
Get them!
Let the show begin.
Submit for judgment!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Wind blade!
I'll protect us.
Brace yourself! Soldiers, quick! Watch your step! I dare you! Get them!
But how?
Come on, we can do it.
Don't hold back!
Forth, my blade! From whence you came!
I dare you!
Wind blade!
So clear!
But how? Swift and merciful!
I okay, he lost alles now.
I cannot underestimate my enemy.
Don't hold back!
First player चा क्यू रेडी बाकी और waiting.
हे उडत नाहीत ना पण.
त्यांची साईज किती?
Disappear!
Watch your step!
Heal कर.
Let the show begin.
Don't hold back!
Forth, my blade! This spells the end
बापरे.
of the
म्हणलेलं
exorcist.
मरू नका म्हणलेलं. What I'm saying.
Allow me!
हील करायलाच बाहेर आणला तो प्लेयर.
बाहेर नाही आणावं लागत. बारबराचे कंटिन्यू
थांब 2
Show me
मिनिट.
what you've got!
Motion to compel. Boom boom.
Don't hold back!
बापरे.
I've been bested.
Why you are not doing?
Wind blade!
येतच नाही.
Protect us.
I dare you!
कारण मारत त्यांना पूर्ण इंटर सगळे.
बारब्रानीच मारू का?
हा.
Show me what you've got!
तो महिला तर किल नाही भेटणार तुला.
Show me what you've got!
Let's dance.
Don't hold back!
चांगलंय.
Now you can kill.
I need to train harder.
फाइट झाली.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a lesson.
ए दरवाजा बंद झाला.
Show me what you've got!
अरे थांबा.
I'll protect us.
One with my blade!
Show me what you've got! Show me what you've got!
Spirit blade! Attack!
I dare you!
Breath of the flame.
Don't watch your step!
हे काय करतं?
I dare you!
Friend death होता.
मला
Show me what you've got! Clear cut!
Let the show
Their
begin.
damage increase.
A touch of frost!
हील पाय.
Allow me! Strike first! Show me what you've got!
भारी आहे रे.
Watch your back! I dare you!
Wind blade!
Bested.
Swift and merciful!
Allow me to strike first. I need to train harder.
Forth, my blade! Wind blade!
Hey. वरती चाललंय रिटर्न.
One with my blade!
याला मारायचं आहे का पहिलं?
Motion to compel.
I must withdraw.
Samurai. Ay.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there. That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No!
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Yes.
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be back any minute! Oh.
You were over there watching you this whole time.
Yes.
weren't you?
Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
Holy shit. 10 भेटले 100 भेटले पाहिलं ते आहे का इथं अजून
Swift and merciful.
Phew. We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Lucky I went outside this time.
Right, Kujusara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
ह्या प्लेस मध्ये होता ते तेवढा खड्डा
अंडरग्राउंड
या पोरांना माहिती बी नाही तिथं काय चालू आहे
Windblade.
What was that place?
काय माहित
What?
ते प्लेसला नाव बी दिलं तर
Yes.
और ते आले करते इंग्रेडिएंट्स
15 मिशन करून या म्हणते
Kimonos it is.
I'll protect us.
टाळ्या का आवाज होता
Motion to compel.
One with my blade.
Welcome to Netsuke no Gen Crafts.
इतना
Fourth, my blade.
My apologies.
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we choose?
कौन सा चूज कर रहे इजी कौन से
Easy. Why?
Let's see what we've got here.
लवकर संपायचं
Fresh
मिशन मला
fish
फाइट
fillets,
करायची आहे.
shrimp, bamboo shoots. Nice! You can't go wrong with these. Paimon can't wait. Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen. Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
Yeah, you can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with the Traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the Traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down. I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is... me.
Oh, brother.
Ah, good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
Completed.
One with my blade!
What delicious tea.
Let the show begin.
Fourth, my blade! Wind blade!
मध्ये जाताना बघताय का बघू.
Delicious tea. The books were more interesting in the past.
वाडी होणार आहे बघ.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to. A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult for me to ignore.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and I are familiar with the vast majority of their acquaintances. So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with a lot of personality, who liked to have fun.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to do? Do you need us to find her for you?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. I wanted you to assist me with the preparation of greeting gifts. Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together, but he is terribly busy at present, and on a more selfish note, I don't wish to involve anybody else from Inazuma in this matter. Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not feel comfortable with anyone else in this situation.
You can count on us. We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment, just treat us to some delicious food and we'll be more than happy.
Wonderful. In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around, if you don't mind, of course.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all. Do we?
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Alright, sounds great.
1 मिनिट
Okay,
रुक जाओ.
huge mission.
आता मोठं मिशन आहे का?
Kind of. You need a brain for this.
1 मिनिट अगोदर सुरू होतं.
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
What kind of tea is this?
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
What kind of tea is this?
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
What kind of tea is this?
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
What kind of tea is this?
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
What kind of tea is this?
My
I'm back.
apologies.
I'm back.
Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
कौन बड़बड़ता है? Please don't enter without permission, Darshan. You get it?
I have permission.
How?
What is that?
How did you got permit?
I help her. I complete her 3 wishes.
कोणच्या? त्या पोरीच्या आता जे मी केलंय.
Yes.
ते पोरी. ते तर मी बी केलंय.
We're looking for the Great Muchina Yokai! Do you know where it lives? Great Muchina Yokai? What's that? Huh? You've never heard of it?
It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers and can even shapeshift into anything it wants. One time, the Great Mujina Yokai stole some rice from our house. And this other time, it pushed my dad into the river.
Sounds like a very naughty little monster.
Because we finally found out how to chase it away.
My dad said that the Great Mujina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay out all the time and don't come home when they're supposed to. So all we need to do is chase it away. Then we can come out and play whenever we want.
This monster sounds scary, though. Aren't you guys afraid? Surely your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great Mujina Yokai with some friends, and he didn't even say anything. So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away so it can rest.
Yeah, so as long as we get home before it gets its strength back, we'll be safe.
Something sounds very strange about all this. But Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Mujina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all their time looking for it. Oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go looking for the Great Mujina Yokai, all right? Because it isn't real.
Huh?
No way.
That's impossible! My dad wouldn't lie to me.
Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home because it's too dangerous.
That's not true. The Great Mujina Yokai is definitely real. Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's gonna show us how to blow it up!
Yoimiya, huh? Wait, as in fireworks prison break, Yoimiya?
We told her all about the Great Mujina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of it. We should learn how to chase it away instead.
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's the day! Yoimiya plays with us and tells us stories all the time. She wouldn't tell a lie.
But...
Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya.
Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. But
Darshan,
Paimon was only trying to look out for them.
तुला ते क्लिप सेंड
Who
केलेत
knows
बघ.
what Yoimiya's got to do with this? Let's
त्यांनी
follow
ते
the
माझ्या
kids
नाईफ
and see
चोरी
what's
करते
going
दोन
on.
वेळा. दोन वेळा करते का 3 वेळा काय माहित नाही पण 2 वेळा केलेलं भेटलं मला. याचं काही काम आहे?
Maybe character upgrade.
असं बी गेलो असतो रे. हे नसतं गेलो. लय छोट आहे.
मार के sword ने.
काय sword नहीं मारू. अच्छा. कोणाच्या बी?
Swift and merciful.
Yes.
भारी रे.
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. He was only joking back there. How could the Great Mujina Yokai not exist, huh?
But we've never seen it for ourselves.
That's because the Great Mujina Yokai is extra powerful. And that's exactly why I need your help, isn't it? It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, remember, if you want to be a hero, you gotta have patience. And wisdom, too. Even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, remember to come and pick up your weapons from me before then, okay? No matter how powerful the Great Mujina Yokai might be, it's no match for my specially made fireworks. Just light them up and you'll scare it off no problem. It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and your folks.
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. We'll try and be more patient.
Oh, yeah, hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to give it to your parents and tell them to keep it safe. Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay, thank you, Yoimiya. We're gonna go back now.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya. Come play with us soon. Sure thing, will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later.
This one is a huge one.
So
It's a
it
fight,
was
eh?
you guys. I
Okay,
guessed as
story.
much from the way the
It's
kids
a lucky
described you.
story, eh, ka?
No worries,
Acha.
though. I'm
It's
not
story.
blaming you.
Aisha.
The Great Mujina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so of course they're gonna get
She
upset
talked too
if someone
much.
tries to tell them
Okay.
it doesn't exist.
Okay, but it definitely doesn't
What did you say?
exist. Right?
She talked too much.
Hana.
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something the parents had come up with to stop the kids from running off all the time. But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and likes to play pranks and doesn't hurt people. So, I guess now the kids' impression of the Great Mujina Yokai is mostly influenced by me.
Huh. So in a way, this monster is all a product of your creativity?
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who exposes it. Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time, but they could have easily had other reasons too. If I just go ahead and tell them that the Great Mujina Yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story, then who knows? I might be doing more harm than good. Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. That's more important to them than questioning what's real and what isn't. Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, the mist spirits that live far off in the mountains and guide you to fairyland if you can find them. I know that they don't really exist,
If you
but I
like
still enjoy believing in them.
स्टोरी मध्ये आहे का
If
काय
someone came up to
कामाचे?
me and started telling me to stop being so stupid, they
Story
don't
मध्ये-
exist. Nah. I'd give them the
separate
evil
story
eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because, right?
हिची
So
story आहे.
what if it's
कारण
made
की
up?
आता
It's
काम
also really
करायला भेटेल
awesome
तिला.
and kind of magical.
ठीक आहे.
So
Yes.
it's not up to anyone else to tell me what's what. The things we believed and the experiences
Very
we
good
had
player.
when we were young turn into our
Alright.
priceless
5 star,
treasures
eh?
as we grow up. When
I
you were
don't
kids,
think so.
surely you
4
guys
star.
believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. It's the same thing. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down? All the grim tales of the Vision Hunt decree? I think it's a bit too early for all of that.
Yeah! Oh, way too early.
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. I'll take care of the kids and make sure they stay safe. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show is just around the corner, and there's still a lot of things to get ready.
Naganohara fireworks show? Is that hosted by your family or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known throughout Inazuma. Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework just for you. In that case, come with me to Naganohara. We'll go see my bots. There's still a few fireworks to finish off before the show. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories. A lot of them have bad endings, though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again.
Genuine mission आहे.
The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next.
That domain must be open now.
करायचं का ते डोमेन पहिलं?
No, I am about to go.
उद्या करायचं का?
दुपारी नाही येत तू.
मी बी झोपतो मग लवकर.
झोपतच.
चालतंय. तू चाललंय का लगेच?
Yes.
किती भेटले?
100 200 300 भेटले.
800 झाले. वी नीड 3000 तरी पाहिजे आपल्याला ते. 3400 व्हिडिओ बनवाय.
I know these kind.
उद्या करू हे सगळं मग. इथेच बंद करतो. चलो गाइस, आज
If something's magical, it should be kept that way.
मिलते हैं कल. बाय.